Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you good.
Cool. Give me 1 sec. We're going to tweet it out and then we'll get started.
On group chat?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll
retweet it?
Yeah.
Cool. Do you have a certain time you need to be done by?
I'd say 2:30.
Sure.
What do we do? 20 minutes? 30 minutes?
Yeah, we do. Try to get it like 10 of the most important stuff and then leave time at the end to chitter chatter.
Okay.
So then we'll start off. Where'd those topics go? I put them here. We'll talk about the Dodgers winning World Series, and then we'll move into. So we talk about fantasy football. He's talked about you on here before about how he's beat you and how you're winning, losing.
Yeah.
Give me your update. I pick a parlay for the week. We can go over any. I know you were big into betting before.
Yeah.
So maybe any funny stories you have there, and then into stock talk.
Okay.
So I got one I'm watching. If you have any, you can chime in there as well.
Yeah, great. Did you tweet it?
In 2 seconds. Yep, just tweeted. Dope hoodie, D. I got my Monday and my girl already stole it. Damn. Looks like you're going to have to order another one.
What happened?
Oh, do you see the chat on the right side?
Oh, no. I don't see the chat. Oh, there we
Should
go.
Be able to... Yep.
I see it.
Who do you know DMBII86? Sweet baby D in the house. Okay, I'll do a swipe up quick and then we'll be good.
Dope hoodie. Got mine Monday. My girl already stole it. Sorry, Pablo. I'm a big Twitch guy.
Do you watch anything on Twitch actively?
Well, I'll tell this privately because we're not talking to a. Do we release this? Where does this get released?
This goes released on YouTube audio, and then just here on Twitch.
Oh, so you release it everywhere?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we cut out certain parts and just leave it to the live version, but.
I launched merch for one of the biggest Twitch streamers yesterday.
For
their own merch.
Right. Can you say names or no?
I don't know if I'm allowed to.
Because I think I know, because I think I took photos of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool. Especially when I talked to Brian about it, he was hyped.
Let's find out. I'll just say it and see if I get in trouble.
I don't think the 16 people in here are ever going to squeal at anybody.
It's Tim the Tat Man is his name. And
has he gone live with it yet?
He went live with it yesterday.
Oh, okay.
But woo-wee!
That's a fire merch.
These guys can sell product. I did not know, but I'm all in on Twitch now. I can make how much money this guy made.
He's been around for a long time, right?
Yeah.
I just saw some video yesterday. I don't know what it was around, but him talking about he's been streaming for like 8 years.
Yeah, I know he's big, and we kind of just helped facilitated his merch program.
Nice.
It's great. These guys have crazy engagement.
Tim the Tapman must have gained a big bag.
I don't know the number. I can't share that, but I hear good things.
I hear good things. A lot of good things happening on both sides.
Yes.
All right, we'll give it a few more. We'll give it 2 minutes. We got 30 more seconds, and then we'll start this off. If you guys have any questions, feel free to throw them in the chat. We'll answer them throughout, and then we'll save a couple minutes at the end. If you got any good stocks you're watching this week, throw those in. If you got a mean parlay, let's hear that.
Okay.
I suck at parlays. I am now 0 for 4. I've lost like $100, but it's okay. The upside, if I win one of these, makes up for all of it.
All right.
Who's Nick Merckx?
Must be another.
Oh, yeah, Nick Merckx. I heard him on Part of My Take. He's big too.
Gamer?
Yep.
I have a lot of gamers in the pipeline that I'm working with, so we'll see.
Gamers are the future.
I mean, I helped launch FaZe Clan's merch. That's huge.
Yeah. I mean, FaZe Clan in general is just huge, but
we did a program with them for the FaZe Rug movie too. Check that out, FaZe Crimson.
Can we show it?
Sure, you could show that. That's live.
I don't know. I have the real one behind me.
Yeah, that's the actual hoodie. We have a group chat merch coming. Group chat merch is coming. It's dope. It's going to be all on Melrose Place blanks. So it's going to do really, really well. Feels good. Where the fuck did Pete go? Guys, real idiot, huh? Just walked away during the middle of a live stream.
Can I show the book one?
What's the book one?
Matthew?
No.
Okay, so Tim the Tapman.
Check out his merch. TimTheTapman.com.
Fire. And then we have the FaZe Rug one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there was a back. No. Sick, though.
It's good. Check out the movie.
What do you think is bigger right now? Influencers, even though it crosses in both, influencers or like gamers?
For selling product, gamers sell more product. There's a vested people invest so much time in gamers because they're streaming with them. They have a very different relationship with, say, someone on TikTok. Someone on TikTok is someone that gives them some mild entertainment for a few seconds. It's a very different relationship. That's why gamers sell more product than influencers, because same with the podcast listener. By podcast listeners are more engaged and more likely because you're investing so much time in that piece of content. And that's why gamers are just crushing it, whether it's T-shirts or shoes or whatever, keyboards or mouse pads, whatever. Those people are tending to have a higher engaged customer.
Yeah. Not only the more engagement, I feel like the character development goes so much deeper.
Yeah.
You really learn who they are, where like a YouTuber or something like that, you're only seeing them on screen for the 4 to 10 minutes that they have a video out, and it's all edited. So you like really don't see the raw form.
Yeah, agreed.
Interesting. One last question to take here. Is 5-4 going to be the official sponsor of an esports team anytime soon?
Probably not. I think Young and Reckless is more likely to do that. We'd probably do that with Young and Reckless. I think 5-4 average customer is a little bit older.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe one day. It's not saying not right now, but it's possible. As our customer gets older and that becomes more of their life, then we're more likely to be engaging in that.
Right. Oh, it's growing year after year, so it's always a possibility. Dude, invoice me a limited edition group chat hoodie, pocket tee style, on a Champion fleece hoodie, $80.
Why you gotta be champion?
Why? Yeah.
Champion. We make hoodies, bro. Come on.
Yeah, and it's going to be way better quality.
It's gonna be on Melrose Place.
Yes. We have merch coming out. We talked about it last time, but we have our final choices. We're going to have that coming in the next couple weeks here. So make sure you guys look out for that. Let's get things started here. Wow, we have, I think, the biggest crowd we've ever had. We have 20
lines. The lines are forming around the block.
Yes, we have 28 viewers right now, and I think Anand and I usually peak at around 20. So we drew the crowd in today.
Bigger star.
Okay, let's kick things off. All right, guys, welcome back to Behind Closed Doors. Today is October 28th. We're just a few short days away from Halloween. And today, before we get to everything, I welcome on first-time guest over here on the stream, Mr. Dee Murthy. Dee, welcome to Behind Closed Doors. You've been on before, but not officially on the Twitch channel. What's it like being here?
It's not a first-time guest. Come on.
No, but I'm behind closed doors on stream, technically.
Okay. All right.
We'll roll with that.
Well,
we have a lot to cover.
Let's get to this fucking podcast.
Okay, we have a lot to go through today, but some very funny stories coming from Dee's betting past. We're going to head into Stock Talk, Week 8 of the NFL, and to kick things off, let's talk about the Dodgers winning the World Series real quick. What did that mean for you? Are you a big baseball fan?
I grew up a big baseball fan. I'll tell you, I'm 40, so 32 years ago, I was sitting in my parents' living room watching Kirk Gibson hit that home run. Which, I mean, if you were in LA at that time, that was like the seminal sports moment of our childhood.
Yep.
I was definitely a huge, like, we played baseball growing up. We were in all the leagues. We were very into the sport. As I got older, time became precious, so I spent my energy. I used to love going to Dodger games. And then when you would get your ass beat for going to a Dodger game, I was like, hey, do I really need to go there to just get into a fight? Amazing story. Our friend plays for the Brewers, Ryan Braun. We go to cheer him on. We're sitting in like the first fucking row, and he hits a home run. So we're cheering like crazy. Some Dodger fan just starts a fight with us. This is like 5 years ago. And I was like, this is why I don't go to this game.
Yeah.
Why do I have to go to a game where everyone is belligerent drunk and then you may get your ass beat? But I do enjoy playoff baseball. Playoff baseball is really fun.
It's the best type of baseball.
Yeah.
Regular season is pretty awful.
Yeah. So I think excited for the Dodgers. I mean, excited for LA. I mean, winning is great.
Did you see the city landscape last night?
Yes.
The skyline. Yeah. I mean, it was fireworks everywhere. I love how they're like illegal fireworks. They asked them not to do it. Like, of course they're going to do it.
Yeah. It was great. I mean, Lakers and Dodgers in a month. That's insane.
Yeah. Did you see LeBron is trying to get a parade? Obviously with mask on, but he wants a parade. Do you think it'll happen?
I saw someone tweet something that was so funny. Lakers Dodger parade in Atlanta.
Or Florida. We can get away with it there. Florida, we could have a full-on parade. Just ship everybody down there.
Yeah.
We'll send out in some charter buses. So a great win by the Dodgers last night, and now LA has 2 championships in both the NBA and over at the MLB. So we are the city of champions now, some would say.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people would say.
Well,
great. Did you see what happened on Twitter?
No.
So Mark Cuban tweeted out,
oh, yeah.
I have a City of Champions trademark. Anyone have any good ideas? So all these people started tagging me in the post.
Mm-hmm.
I tweeted out, this is what I would do. I would create a premium knitwear brand under the name City of Champions and collaborate only with the champion in every single sports league.
Mm-hmm.
So it got some traction. I ended up getting text messages from friends of his saying, hey, would you consider this? And I was like, yes. And then he's like, he wants to move fast. And I'm like, how fast? He's like, this week, deliver goods. I'm like, no fucking way. I can't deliver goods this week. I'm like, 7 to 10 days, we can launch that brand.
Yeah.
And he was like, I need it faster. And I was like, I can't commit to anything faster.
Do you think it's possible for somebody else too?
Yeah, it would just be like crappier product. Like you would get like a Gildan hoodie, which is not what, I don't think that's the opportunity. I think that is already taken. If you're going to do this new concept, you should make it premium goods. Like make it nicer product that people are willing to pay a couple extra bucks for. Because if you just need a cheap merch hoodie, MLB and NBA are already selling that.
Right.
They don't need you for that.
Exactly. And what do you think? I mean, give your opinion on this. It's a City of Champions. Both of them won. it's in no push to like really get it out right away. It's going to be essentially for the whole next year of these seasons. It's like you could come out with a really great line that especially like all of LA with the City of Champions like that could do, and it could come out really well. Do you think that's like is
Yeah, I
worth the
think
wait?
it's a huge opportunity, but Cuban doesn't like it.
He wants to move fast. Fairly
Nah,
too fast.
Too fast.
Too fast.
Too fast.
So we'll see what happens with that. Maybe he'll come back around to you. Who knows?
If you're in clothing, you eventually have to come back around to me.
That's how it works. If you haven't learned by now, you should. Cool. Let's move now into other sports. We're moving into week 8 of the NFL. So we talk on here, Anand and I, about our fantasy football seasons. In one of my leagues, it's going horrible. I am absolutely dead last, set to possibly get nipple piercings at this point because that is the last place trophy. And the other one, I'm about 3rd place, so not so bad. Looking into week 8, it is also looking downhill from here. So nothing to really talk about on my part. But what about yourself? Honest talked a little bit about your guys' league. Give me some insight on your season.
I started off very slow, and I've really turned it around. I'm now in power ranking number 1.
And how many leagues are you in? Just one?
I'm in 2 leagues.
Okay.
2 different sets of friends. So there's some overlap in the friend group. But the league that I've been in with my friends for like 15 years, that one I started off 0-2. Anand was one of the people that beat me. And then, injuries, whatever, people have lost, and my team is thriving.
Yeah.
Thriving.
And I think that's really how you become successful in fantasy is watching players to pick up injuries. You have to spend a lot of time, at least a good amount of time, to really get those good players coming off injury, moving up the depth chart in other places.
Yeah, I think fantasy football is impossible. It's so hard.
It's so frustrating.
Yeah, I mean, I drafted, and everyone laughed at me. I drafted Patrick Mahomes first. I want star power on my team. I don't need no running back that's going to be gone in 4 weeks. I need
like
Mahomes.
Christian McCaffrey over here.
Yeah.
My number 1 guy went down.
Yeah, I mean, a white running back as a first pick. I made that mistake before.
I won't make it next year.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, I just drafted I like to draft superstars because it's fun to follow and I'll actually watch the game.
Right.
And whatever, injuries, whatever, worked out. And, now my team is really strong. But so now I'm vested because it's Anand and I are the top 2 records in the league. He's 5-1, and I think I'm 4-2. So it could be a championship between the 2 of us.
It could be. Now, one thing is family ties. Do you think people in the league think you 2 are possibly cheating and taking advantage of you 2 being brothers? Because I've gone that in leagues I've been with brothers, and we've had a lot of tension in leagues because of me being in with another sibling.
No, I mean, I don't think people think I would help my brother or he would help me.
Okay, so not enough love there. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe enemies. So funny. How do you think you'll do this week?
I think I'll do well. I think I have a lot of all my guys are healthy.
Yeah.
And Patrick Mahomes is playing the New York Jets, so he's going to put up a lot of points. But I'm playing Brian Toll, my good friend. His team is stacked, so it's going to be tough. Not going to be an easy win like usual.
It'll be difficult for sure.
He's projected to beat me as of now.
What is it? What's the difference in points there so far?
126 to 134.
Okay, so an easy swing left or right. Yeah. I mean, I've been getting absolutely screwed. Completely screwed these last couple of weeks. I hate projections too. I hate the projections. It's like you get your hopes up.
Yeah, and they're never right. They're never close.
No, never ever close. I think there was 1 week where I was projected 130. I ended up with just barely over 50.
Wow.
So that's why I'm also dead last in the league.
Okay.
Explains things. Great. Let's keep moving on. We're going to head into, on the back end of this, Pete's Parlay. So week 8 is full of great matchups. Just a couple top ones. We do have the Falcons and Panthers, even though the Falcons do suck. We have the Titans and Bengals, and I think the Bengals could pull it off. Okay. Other notable ones, you talked about the Chiefs and Jets. That should be a cakewalk for the Jets, for the Chiefs. Excuse me. Steelers and Ravens should be a really good one there. Mm-hmm. And then Bills and Patriots. What do you think of Cam Newton getting sat?
I mean, he didn't look good, so I mean, not surprised. The problem with like take the Chiefs, they're 20-point favorites. That's too much.
Way too much.
I mean, like, Patrick Mahomes might not play the second half.
Yeah.
So it's just, I don't know. I mean, gambling is impossible.
Yeah.
One of my best friends is a bookie. The who's who of LA gambles with him. He never loses. He always wins. He's only lost week 1 because all the favorites won.
Yeah.
So I was an addicted gambler till I got married. When I got married, I told my wife I'd stop gambling. But I would gamble, no joke. I would place 40 bets a week.
Jesus.
I'm betting Monday Night Football, Tuesday Night Mac, Wednesday whatever shit.
Oh, you guys love the Mac.
Thursday, Friday Pac-12 at night, all day Saturday, and I bet college. That was my obsession. And then Sunday night is like the Hail Mary, like, okay, I'm down a fortune. Now let's bet big on Sunday night and parlay it to, like, Sunday night was always Laker games. The late night, so it's your last hope.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's 7:30 p.m. Sunday. There's like a weird Lakers playing Charlotte.
Yeah.
So you go big on that in hopes to win it all back. But it's just
and there's a reason.
I stopped gambling. My free time exploded.
Yeah. Oh, I can imagine.
Exploded.
It was like if you looked at your phone or did like half the time on your phone.
Yeah, I mean, like, I wanted to watch all these games. This is pre-marriage, pre-kid. So, like, I would sit and watch 14 hours of football on a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That's absurd. Yeah. How much can you get a dollar amount in your head how much you've lost to gambling?
Oh, 6 figures. Well into 6 figures.
So you would be a very, very, very rich man if you just didn't bet, huh?
Yeah, terrible. I mean, the amount of money that I had to give the bookie, and he used to give me a discount because I was his friend.
Yeah.
And I would still be like, how did you lose this much? He would be like,
so maybe you should just be a bookie and not a bettor.
Yeah. I place one bet a year now. I'll bet the Super Bowl because I'll be there. I'll be at the game. So I just want to have some action on something.
And how much are you putting on a game like that?
Insignificant amount of money now. Like
$500. $500. Okay.
$1,000, whatever.
Right.
Like, Anand seen me betting like 10 grand on like some Thursday night football game in New York, and he's just like panicking. Like, what are you doing?
You're a degenerate gambler.
But now it's all done.
Okay. Well, hopefully that D doesn't come back because it doesn't sound like a good D to be around.
No, he's a loser.
He's a loser. Okay, so my parlay for this week, who did I pick? I picked the Steelers over the Ravens.
Okay.
They're the underdog, so I'm going to take them there. And then I'm going Chargers over the Broncos.
Okay.
Buccaneers, cakewalk the Giants.
Right on the Chargers, Broncos. Chargers must be heavily favored.
Yes. And then Buccaneers over the Giants. Buccaneers look really good as of late, and they're getting Antonio Brown. I don't even know if he's active this week, but hopefully that doesn't completely screw them up. And then I'm going with the good old Go Pack Go Green Bay Packers.
Are you doing just money line?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hate the spreads. I also hate over-unders. I've learned that. I lost like $100 one weekend because I was like, bet all the unders. And then people were like, what are you doing? You don't bet unders. And I was like, okay.
Betting is impossible. It's impossible.
It's stupid. I think I'm right on one, and then I'm just like, of all the times we've proven wrong, it's that. It's always that time.
I agree.
So take note from D and maybe myself in a much smaller amount. Don't bet. It's not really worth it.
No.
Okay, moving on to our last and the fan favorite stock talk. We have a lot to go over here over on Behind Closed Doors. We are huge on Datadog. But this week, Datadog is not doing so hot. It's actually doing god-awful. It's dropped to $96, and I literally bought in at $102, so I'm now losing money. Do you know anything about Datadog?
I told you guys I have an incredible person I'm going to bring on. Maybe I'll bring him behind closed doors first because he just because you guys are big Datadog fans.
Yeah, Datadog to the moon.
A friend of ours works at a fund that it's $100 billion plus fund. And at the fund, he focuses on SaaS software companies. And so he's been in Datadog since pre-IPO.
Yeah.
So he understands the company. And he told me over a year and change ago, he gave me like 5 names, and he's like, these are the companies I put our fund into. There was like Datadog, it was Mongo database, all companies that follow in the Datadog SaaS software space.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, these are what I think are companies of the future, ServiceNow, things like that. So I want him to come and explain what Datadog actually does, because he's actually an expert on Datadog. That's literally his actual job, is to be an expert on Datadog. So, but to be fair, this week is the stock market's getting crushed, and it's getting crushed because Wall Street finally realized that coronavirus is not going away. So that
like anytime soon.
Anytime soon. I mean, I just got a notification from Wall Street Journal. France is closing down the bars and restaurants now.
Mm-hmm.
And so
somebody else is going into complete lockdown.
I don't know who else. I know a lot of restrictions across Europe are happening. Vladimir Putin in Russia has said national mask mandate.
Yep, and France and Germany thrust into lockdown. So I guess that's kind of closing whatever. Yeah. But lockdown is COVID-19.
So now that we know that, that's going to affect how people think about the stock market, because people were assuming stimulus checks didn't happen. The election's next week.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? And then you take on the fact that means the consumer behavior everything is going to get delayed. The recovery that everyone thought was going to happen. I'm getting emails from a lot of big e-com people that are like, are your sales a little slow? And I'm like, yeah, they are a little slow. And they're like, okay, good. Mine are slow too. That means fucking everybody is slow. If my immediate circle of friends are all telling me it's slow.
Yep.
So I think Wall Street realizes that the recovery is going to be a lot slower than expected. And that, I mean, if we're in like serious corona problems, Christmas is a disaster. Christmas shopping
utter disaster.
You're going to see all stocks really suffer then. And then there's no stimulus.
Right.
The only thing that could bounce the stock market up instantly is like, oh, Congress passed $2 trillion. Everyone's going to get $2,000. Because we know everyone's going to trick off that $2,000.
Yep.
They're going to go buy.
We saw that already. We already saw the big. We get that right before Christmas, and like we said on group chat before, I mean, it's the greatest Christmas ever if we get that big bonus.
We need the week of Black Friday, everyone to get $2,000.
that would be a great Christmas. Better than any Christmas I've got before. We also have Hawes family over here in the comment section, live on Twitch and on YouTube. They are concerned because they wonder, is this group chat or CNN? Well, let me tell you, Hawes family, it's not either, because it's behind closed doors. Suck on that. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
So what does the new president come into, if there's a new president and or the re-election happens
in January?
So if Trump wins, nothing's really to happen.
If Trump wins, you'll get a stimulus, but with the new Congress, it's like unless Trump and Nancy Pelosi can agree on a stimulus check. But like here's the thing is that like the stock market, which everyone cares about, reflects sentiment of the future.
Yep.
It's not the past, it's the future. So if there's not an optimistic thought about the future, then it'll reflect that in the stock market.
Right. Which is why I'm now losing in my investments, just like I'm losing in my parlays and in my fantasy football.
I gotta see. Tim might be still up on his Apple stock. Let's see.
Oh, he's got to be.
Let me see here.
Yeah, absolutely. He bought in at 108. It's 111.82 right now.
Oh, wow. He's still up.
Yeah. So Tim made the good choice. I'm going to throw one at you. I wonder if you've heard anything about this. So Limelight Networks. Do you know anything about them?
No.
So I got a tip from a stock advisor friend, aka somebody who got advice from somebody else who said, hey, you should watch out for this one. Big in 2021. And I don't think anything will be big in 2021. But tell me if this is a good investment just off The About section. Limelight Networks Incorporated provides content delivery network services. Its products include digital content and video delivery, cloud security, edge computing, origin storage, and support services. So pretty much like live streaming, video format, online platforms.
I mean, I don't know, who are the customers?
I have no
How
idea.
much revenue they do? Are they profitable? Like,
Nope, no idea.
okay.
I just go off the About section. Hey, if it sounds good to me, it sounds good to you. They're at $3 right now. They took a dip. They 2-week high of 8.19. Now they've dipped down back to below 4.
I always my only advice on stocks is play it safe. The high risk shit is crazy. I mean, you could be right, you could be wrong.
Have you ever done penny stocks?
I've tried everything.
The most success, or do you just?
No, I mean, you lose. It's like gambling.
Yeah,
you just lose.
Yeah,
you just don't win on stuff like that. I think the people that I know are the best investors are people that have like, I've held Disney for 14 years, and they're the ones that are winning.
Right.
But I think thinking about the way you should invest is like, people are enjoying Robinhood. It's gambling. It's fun. But I don't like that world. I don't have the time for it. I think they're professionals that do it great. Invest in them.
Right. And the other thing too, it's like Robinhood has turned it so much into a game that it feels like betting. Like, as I told Anand, I was like, I don't want to sit in these stocks forever. Like, I want to see some volatility. Like, let's see stocks go up and down, and let's place bets.
Wait, then you should love today. Today, everything went down.
Yeah, so I was like, fuck. Like, what do I do? I'm like, I got to hold. I believe in these companies. I believe. Yeah, so it's interesting how much they've turned that where, like, Josh said that we were talking about Albertsons the other day. Huge on Albertson. This guy
just texted me, actually, randomly. Albertson, I'm up 14%.
Yes. He said that's all he talks about. He's like, you got to get in on Albertsons, and I got in on it. But he's like, oh, man, I'm up like 15, 14%.
That's funny.
Yeah, he was talking about the early days where you had to, have $100,000 in capital just to get a brokerage account, or what was it? What were
there used to be minimums on brokerage accounts.
Right.
Like, it was probably 10,000 when I was growing up.
Wow.
So it wasn't for everybody.
Right. And now it's completely gamified, where it's just like, if you got $6, can you turn it into 10? You can buy, really, you can buy.
Is there a minimum on Robinhood, like $100 or?
I have no idea. I wonder. I don't actually know that answer. Yeah. I would guess it's like $100, but like everybody's got, everybody, but a lot of people have $100. Okay, I got in at Walmart over here. Mr. ET got in Walmart at 119. I don't even know what it's at. Oh, is it Walmart massive? No, Walmart's the undervalued one that Anand always talks about.
I love Walmart.
I mean, they're never, ever, ever going to go away. They absolutely rule America.
And they still do double the volume revenue of Amazon.
Right. Which is ridiculous. And even if Amazon sucks some of that up, it's still not going to, they're going to hold such a large value of the market.
Big. You look like a shitty stockbroker in your headphone and your fucking glasses.
It's the kind of vibe I get off. People are like, you got to upgrade to a mic. I'm like, no. That's the whole stick here. Okay, that moved us into
bullshit time?
Huh?
Bullshit time?
Yeah, bullshit time. If you got anything you want to add.
Well, Haas family really wants to know about Taylor.
We've talked about it here 100 times, Haas family. Taylor had to get back to his own company, and that's just what it was.
And Taylor moved to Nashville.
Yeah, he bought a house.
Yeah.
His girlfriend also had COVID.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And he didn't get it. I talked to him on the phone the other day, and he's like, she had it. And I was like, oh, did you get it? He's like, didn't get it. She had symptoms. When he got tested positive. He's like, we live together. We're doing stuff all day, every day together. So I was just like, fuck it. He's just like working from home. And then he's like, I never got it.
Interesting. You're just spilling all his personal stories. Girlfriend got COVID. He bought a house.
We got 30 viewers here. If anybody wants to go, he'll be fine. Sounds like he took the right precaution.
Drunk.
Huh?
Dee is responsible for me becoming a Mormon drunk.
Oh, that's who the Haas family is. I forget.
Yeah, but you're still giving your 10%, I assume, to the church. As long as you do that, that's good. It wipes away all your sins as long as you give your money.
Yeah, it's a good graces.
Yeah.
Any other questions we have over here in the chat? Nothing really good. Stocks out today because they were on sale today. Discount code Pete. We also have the marathon, the virtual half marathon, 5K, 10K, walk 1K if you're drama, Grand Running Club event coming up December 5th and 6th. Are you ready? Do you still need more training time?
I just I need a lot more training. I did 6 miles with our friend Riley today.
Yep.
You know what I've realized in LA when you run? Homeless people are more courteous than regular people.
You think so?
Homeless people, I mean, I live in Hollywood. I prefer to run east versus west. West gets me into Beverly Hills, West Hollywood and Beverly Hills. Yep. And I don't run with a mask on. I'll have it either in my pocket or off. And the commentary from people when I'm running in the street, I go out of my way to not run in the sidewalk.
Right.
I don't want to scare people.
Right.
And they're like, can you, are you serious? Like, are you serious? I'm fucking 30 feet from you. I mean, the rule is 6 feet.
Right. And you're outside.
Yeah.
Where it doesn't travel.
Yeah.
Nearly the distance.
Insane. So
people just want something to hate on. People want something to do. And if it is criticizing is what they want to do.
Yeah, people, and then when you go by a homeless person, they're just like, whatever.
They're like, high five, all right.
Yeah, they're totally fine. I was running down, we ran down all the way to like, I don't know, what street did we turn on today? Past Vine, maybe Gower or one of those streets. Mm-hmm. And like, no homeless person bothered us. They were happy.
No.
One guy said good morning. No regular civilian would say good morning to me.
No. Not in this mass society.
No. Yeah, I hate cyclists. Cyclists are like racist.
You see the comment over here running OC.
I know, that's what I
said. What pace are you running? You run pretty fast? You're like a slow. Usually when we do the video.
I'm running like on a marathon or a half marathon.
9:10.
Like a half marathon, I'm running a 9:45 mile.
Yeah, which is still good pace. You're not like super slow.
No. But on a marathon, I'd run probably like 10 and change.
Yeah. I ran in San Diego with my mask and people mocked me. Welcome to sunny San Diego.
I got accused in San Diego of stealing a purse once.
Nice. How'd that end up?
On a run. On a GRC run. Our first ever run club event we did in San Diego. It was only like 5 of us.
Yeah.
And they're like, you Middle Easterners stole out my mom's purse. I was like, great. Fucking scumbag.
How'd that end up? You just kept running?
No, I went to him like, I have way more money than you. I would never steal from you. That's how I ended the conversation.
Interesting.
I'm biking right now. we on the street journalists. Let's do it. Give us on the street.
I mean, Hall's family is a degenerate gambling drunk at this point. He's also Mormon. I think he's willing to commit his whole life to us. We're going to be his new church.
I'm down to get it on the street in like Salt Lake. What's going on?
We'll just set him all around.
Give us the heartbeat of the Mormon church.
Can you imagine? That'd be a twist.
The Utah Jazz got a new owner today.
Oh, yes.
40-year-old guy. Bought it for $1.6 billion.
Just a slight $1.6 billion. Where do you even find $1.6 billion?
He's worth $8 billion. So what's 1.6?
Just take a little chunk off by the team.
It's actually a cool story. He grew up watching the team, and now he got to buy it at only age 40. That's pretty cool.
Right.
I mean, he has children. Like, he's going to own this team for the rest of his life. Like,
and they're only going to go up in value. They always do.
Yeah, that's badass.
Even the Knicks that suck completely still go up in money. Okay, last but not least, we read the rest of these comments. I'm a cyclist, and I hate running. Can I still partake?
I say no.
No. Okay, so get off the bike.
Walk.
Just
walk.
Just walk or run 1K.
You know why I don't have respect for cyclists? Because I know the whole Lance Armstrong story.
Yeah.
Cyclists are cheaters.
Yes, they're just juicing up all day.
They're just cheating. Why are you cheating? You're
Why are
riding
you
a fucking bike.
Yeah. I've never heard of any well, no, I can't actually say that for a fact. I've never heard any runner cheating.
There's a lot of cheater runners, don't worry.
Yes.
But cycling?
Why do you want to seat up your ass for like 8 hours? Like I don't get that. Like it's just all up in there, uncomfortable. It's just not ideal.
If you want to cycle, if you cycle 500 miles, I'll count it as the equivalent of a half marathon. 500 miles.
It's like over like a 2-week period.
Yeah.
Great. Any other last words before we exit here?
No, I have nothing else to say. I had fun.
Oh, somebody wants to know. This will get you going. Can I participate in the marathon on a Peloton?
I said 500 miles, AJ.
Oh, okay. No, if you're gonna ride a Peloton, it's 1,000.
Yeah, 500 for a street cycle, 1,000.
You can tell your little trainer on there that you're going for a 1,000-mile ride. See if they ride along with you the whole time. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching Behind Closed Doors. Thank you, Dee, for coming on and filling in for Anand. We'll be back again next week on Wednesday to stay up to date on everything. And when we go live, you got to subscribe here, whether you're on YouTube or Twitch, and then follow us on all socials. At Group Chat on Twitter. You can find D Murthy on Twitter at D Murthy. You can find myself there. And Group Chat is always Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Mormons are snitches, huh? With this bike.
This poor guy, he loves to come in every Wednesday. He's always all right, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you later. Cool.